What's the word? Let the people know we got them 16 shot on Visualz.
You got big less.
For sure. You know, this is long overdue. We supposed to did an interview a minute ago.
Yeah, man, we supposed to been did an interview, man.
But you know, since then I seen you you started like your podcast and shit. You been doing your own thing. How was that?
Man, it's good. Shit, it's all coming together now. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's making big moves, man.
So you know, what was the inspiration behind that? Like reason you started?
The reason I started is because of my son Rooga and you know Fat A, Devo, you know JG, just being on the road with him, and you know what I'm saying. And we going to different places on the road, and we stopping at convenience stores and stuff like that out there, and they doing little shit, you know. And I'm, man, stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? So they just took that, and you know, my son took that shit all on no jumper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit rubbed off on me, I be saying.
Yeah, so that's what really inspired me, and I be doing a little Uber lick, so I pick a little guy up, he like 32, so he give me a book, you know what I'm saying? So when he give me the book, he write books. So when I get home, I sent him a picture of my merch that I'm finna try to sell, you know what I'm saying? And he told me I should start a podcast with it.
Oh, yeah.
So then when he told me that, I'm like, wow. But it's been in the chamber though. It's been in the chamber for a minute.
So you know, when you first started, or before you started, like, did you talk to people about it and ask like what they think about it?
Well, my podcast, no.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I just it took me some time, and I just started doing stories. I didn't ask nobody nothing.
Okay.
No.
Now the reason I had asked, cause like I know like with me, for example, like I just had a convo with my mama, and she was asking like, what you think about if I start doing like blogs or doing this and doing that? And it's like one part is like, I want you to do, I want to hold you back, I want you to do what you do. But another part is like, I want to protect her and not have her face seen by everybody, known by everybody. It's like, so did you ever have something like that where like Rooga been your son and knowing?
No, but for real though, yeah, I don't think he really wanted me to do it, you know, but that's why it really like took me some time, and I thought about everything, but you know, I got to make moves, man.
For sure.
I got to survive, you feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but he talked to me, he told me it's good, you know, to just be careful. All my sons, they told me to be careful, that's it. You know, they want me to be careful, man.
So I see you got a relationship with Big Varney, right?
Yeah.
Was that like something new, or like y'all been had a relationship?
No, that's really new, but I've been knowing of Varney back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Like we like in the same era, age-wise and all that. But back in the days, you know, Varney, you know, that was the twins was the Bentley boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who don't know the twins in the city, South Side? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know them per se, like coming up, but I had people that's affiliated with them, and I used to see them drive through the hood, you know what I'm saying? They BDs, I was GD. But at the end of the day, we just got connected through my cousin, you know what I'm saying? Through Mama Duck, so that's how I connected with him.
So how was it back then, like with the BDs and GDs? Was it like how it is now? Like, or it was some friction, or was it like all together?
No, we was together, we was one, but at the end of the day, you know, people get into it. You know, we had our problems too back then, but our consequences was different. We had structure.
So, yeah, so when you say structure, like what was different? Like say if a BD and a GD did have issues, like how would it get handled then versus now?
Or how would it get handled then? They gonna get whooped. They gonna get hurt. So we didn't play that, man. That was either side. Whoever started it, and that's where it came from, we got to deal with them. Like if the BD started, we go to they high rank or whatever, and they got to deal with them. And if the GD started it, that's the same thing. they get dealt with. We didn't play that back then.
So what about like when bloodshed? Because nowadays a lot of the reason people don't be willing to like squash shit or like kill it is because they be like blood and been shed. Like back then, like would those situations be able to be fixed too?
Yeah, but you know, back then, like I said, it's different, man. Like right now, today, like they say, we had bloodshed back then. You know, it was bloodshed. We, you know, they played with guns and everything back then. Same old thing, but like I say, we had structure, and that's a big piece. That's a big puzzle. You know, it's not gonna go that far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
people, they hide they beef, they issues, but at the end of the day, that shit gonna get stopped. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's gonna get stopped until like today. You know, they don't care. They don't care. Like they'll just keep going on, and it's just gonna keep being bloodshed.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy because it's like I feel like nowadays, like a lot of people, especially like my generation or a little older, like I feel like now we know better, but it's like it been too far to the point don't nobody know what to do or how to fix it. Like, cause people got kids now, and it's like they see their kids get older and do certain things, and they ain't liking that shit. So it's like they want better, they want to do better, but it's like how when it went so far and it's so fucked up and it ain't no structure, ain't no leadership, ain't no consequences to what you do. Like, how do you how do you fix it? Like, what would be your opinion?
Well, that's what I'll be trying to speak on now on my story time, on my podcast. You know, we gotta come together, man. Like you say, it's kids out here. Y'all got kids now. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all don't want to see y'all kids grow up in a situation that y'all grew up in. You feel me? So we can fix that. You know, we just gotta come together, man. Everybody gotta come together. But it can be fixed. You know, but like I said, it's too much bloodshed. That's what they going on for. Yeah. Bloodshed. But I done talked to quite a few guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talked to guys that's in y'all era. And a lot of them tell me, man, I got kids now. You know, since I started the podcast, they've been reaching out to me. They reach out to me. And I'm talking about young guys, 23, in their 20s, you know, different ages. And they just tell me they want to stop. You know what I'm saying? They got kids. But, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no structure.
Yeah. I honestly, like, I know a lot of people, because, you know, I be working with both sides. So, like,
right.
Sometimes on camera, a lot of times off camera, people, same people that be doing what they do and saying what they say, deep down, they be like, I'm tired of this shit. But don't nobody know the way out. Because it's like, you can change your life, but that don't mean your enemy's gonna change.
Yeah, and that's true.
You can even present that you change your life, but that don't mean when they see you, you get no pass. So
right.
it resorts you back to, fuck it, it's gonna beat us anyway.
Yeah, that's true, man. They don't have that secure trust. Like they can't, they not letting their guards down.
Yeah.
You know, you can talk it, you can say it, but they guards are still gonna be up. But we gotta get out of that. We gotta, you know, it's a lot going on out here that people don't know behind the scenes. That it's a lot of members out here, like old heads, that's out here that's behind the scenes. And they putting stuff together. Like, I met with some people about a month ago, and one of my friends that I grew up with, he's in charge of it. And I went there and I met with some people. And when I met with them, you know what I'm saying, I spoke to like 25 young guys. It was 25 guys in the room. So when I come in, and as I'm walking, one of them saw me. He was like, "Big Les?" And I'm like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He like, man, stop it. You know what I'm saying? He said he brought my podcast up. So quite a few of them in there knew who I was. So before I left, after I talked and met with the people, and before I left, I said, "Can I say something to them?" So, cause I was sitting outside when they was coming in. These are programs. So I'm sitting outside. As I'm sitting outside, I'm watching these guys jump out of cars, cabs, lifts, Ubers, and they going into this spot, right? So as they going in, it was a bunch of them. So when I get in there and I had the meeting with the people, before I left, like I said, can I speak with them? They gave me like 5 minutes, 3 minutes. That's all it take, right? So I went in there and they like, you want to introduce them as who you are? And I said, yeah, they can know who I am. So he told me who I was. And they was like, yeah, and they turned around like, yeah, it's Rooga father, you know, blase this and that, you know? So I'm like, yeah, so I just want a couple of minutes of y'all time. So I talked to them, and as I introduced myself to them, you know, they knew, a lot of them knew who I was. So when I started talking to them, I just was like, I was proud of y'all for coming in here. It was BDs in there, GDs, Stones, Vice Lords. They was mixed, so that's a start. But it can be fixed.
Yeah.
We just got to get out here, man, and we got to work.
But you know, like, even though like on the outside looking in, it be looking like a BD, GD thing, it's really more so like us versus them. Like, all right, y'all homies killed our homies type shit. Cause it be BDs from GD hoods and GDs from BD hoods and all type of shit. People don't even be knowing, like certain hoods that's known for all BDs. It's famous members from them hoods as GDs, and they be dropping the race with the BDs and shaking up. And so it's like, it's more so like a loyalty thing with your people, like your block type shit. Like, and I think that's what fucks shit up a little more, because now everybody's separated and loyal to their own block to the point they'll go against their own gang.
Yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's going on right now. And that come from a part of the structure, all that. That come from that. And they just, it's like it's sets. They like you say, they locked in together. You know what I'm saying? I think every set that's out here is mixed. You got some BD, GD, you got Stones, you got, you know, they mixed in. And they rocking with their people. So that's what's going on.
Do you think structure could come back? Because, you know, a lot of people, if you're not used to that, people ain't just accepting somebody telling them, all right, we finna put hands on you. And he got a big ass gun on him, he's 14. Like,
I think structure can come back. I think structure is coming back.
Certain blocks still got it.
Yeah, I mean, certain hoods got it, but structure is coming back. It's like a lot of youths right now today, I'm gonna say in your era, it's a lot of them, like you say, a lot of them, they won't change. You know what I'm saying? But I think structure is coming back. But it's gonna take a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just all about putting your hand on nobody. It's not about that. It's a lot come with it, man. And people just got to give it a chance and see.
For sure. Do you think it'll be easier, like, because you know a lot of people be talking about like freeing Larry, shit like that, and some people believe that could help, but then some people feel like it's so many kids, like he's just like a legend to them. They don't know nothing really about him to even respect him for real. But like, do you feel like, say if somebody came back and they actually showed people how to make money, showed people how to do this, like better their lives, I think people would be more so willing to listen versus coming back on some trying to just tell motherfuckers what to do versus provide a better lifestyle.
Back to what I was talking about, that's what's going on right now. They doing that already. They trying to help them. They putting money in their pockets. They helping them, but they reaching out to certain few people. They coming in, but they reaching out, and that's just what you said. That's what's going on, and they helping them. They trying to better their lives, but that's what's gonna happen, man. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah, cause I feel like people be more receptive to love versus like feeling like, you telling me what to do. Where you been at?
Mm-hmm.
That's how they gonna look at it.
But that's just like, you know, like people don't know Larry. I never met Larry. 53 years old. I never met Larry. Never laid eyes on him. But I'm from that era. You know, when he was in a penitentiary, the state penitentiaries. I was in all that era, but at the end of the day, I had discussions like that with my sons, my cousins. You know, a lot of them, you know, oh man, ain't nobody gonna listen to Larry, ain't nobody gonna do this. No. They let Larry go. You can't get to the president. It'd be hard. You won't get to Larry, man. I'm telling you. That's real talk.
So you feel like, you know, if he was to come back, well, of course he's still gonna have like his muscles, shit like that, but do you feel like a lot of people that was like under him or like really under him might be like out the game, or like, you know, not really like you think like he had like that young muscle too? That's basically what
I think he can hide a young muscle. There's a lot of young guys out here, you know, that'll respect that man. They'll see that man and be like, damn, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
No,
That's
sure.
Larry, you know, but I think a lot of young guys out here respect him. They won't try to move on him and won't try to do nothing to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Larry Hoover got to be in his 70s, bro. He in his 70s. He old.
So.
Yeah, he in his 70s. He old, damn near 80 probably.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I be hearing some of these rappers and shit, like it really be like the real young ones. Like I hear them say they GDK and diss Larry, and they don't even know him. Just like I don't know if they doing like clout chasing or something. Cause it's like you can't be no real beef. That he been in jail before you was born. So,
yeah, but you know, if they see Larry in person,
yeah, they ain't gonna.
That's not gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
That man wish to get out today and get out tomorrow, and them young niggas saying all that. Man, no, man, you're not gonna do that, man. You would get hurt, man. I'm gonna keep it real. You would get hurt, man. I know what'll happen to you.
Another thing I had seen, it looked like a situation where like you and Tastes 100, I guess it was like a disagreement or something. You had say he was capping.
Yeah, he was capping. I mean, but I ain't gonna say nothing wrong with it, because it's not nothing wrong with a man that's got kids, you know, in the streets and stuff like that or whatever. And I come to some people and say, don't hurt my son. I don't think nothing wrong with that. But when you put something like that on my name, bro, I'm from the streets. First thing I'm gonna do is try to talk to you. Be like, you know, leave my son alone. You know what I'm saying? But if I come to you as a man and say, man, you know, don't hurt my son. But I didn't say that, man. He make it seem like I came straight to them and said, please don't kill my son, man. I ain't coming to that man to say that, man. He know that. He know that. And then for one, I didn't even know who Tay was. I know Minnie Moon, I know who Rondo, I know all them niggas is. I didn't really pay him. I didn't know who Tay was. Tay wasn't really busting then. I didn't know him. I knew a lot of the other ones, but I didn't know Tay. Ain't no disrespect to him. I fuck with Tay though. You know, like I said, you know, I don't have no beef. I thought Tay was cool. When I listened to his little blogs and how he be talking and shit, he keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw that, I said, nah, his ass tweaking right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Hey, Tay, say stop it, man.
Man, stop it, man. That's what I'm gonna tell his ass.
No, but have y'all talked since that situation?
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real. I reached out to Shorty, man, and he responded, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I even asked him, man, stop it podcast from the pop. I need you to come, come talk to me, man. Come holler at Les. And he was like, he just started laughing, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, okay, old timer, I ain't on none of that, old timer. He ain't disrespect me or nothing. He ain't say nothing disrespectful. He very respectful, you feel me? He ain't disrespect me or none of that, so we left it at that. But yeah, I reached out to him, I said something to him, yeah.
For sure. Speaking of him, I almost was able to set up an interview with him and Rooga, like face to face. I feel like that shit would have been like legendary type shit, but it ain't come about. And it's crazy because Rooga was with it. And Tay, he kind of was too, but he just was like, he ain't know like what he should do, or if he, like if that's the right decision type shit, or like, he never said no though. He just never could be like, all right, it's set in stone, we're gonna do it. And I don't know, it's like the more and more time passed, the further and further that possibility
go away.
Yeah.
But I think it's just that the people's in their ears, like they surround us, the people they're around, and I think that's what plays a part in that. He might want to do it, but you got the guys saying, man, hell no, you know what I'm saying? You got some guys saying that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. I know that's what it is.
Yeah.
But it can happen, you know what I'm saying? But I know my son, you know him, you know how he move, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'll sit down and talk to anybody if it's you know, if it's getting stuff together and moving in the right direction. So that's what it is, just the people that they is.
It could be people around him, and then even like his own conscience, cause like how he described it to me, he was basically like, I ain't gonna lie, like I was really out here, like it's really like deeper than just a convo, like shit really happened type shit. And he was like, I even lost my best friends to this shit. He like, I want to do it, but then deep down, it feel like treason to my people I lost. And then I was trying to explain to him, like, I get that, I feel that, but it's like, you can't go based off of whatever mindset your homie was when he died, if your homie might have been 14. Because when you was 14, that's the mindset you had too. But now you grown. Your homie didn't get a chance to grow up and change his mindset. So you might be going off of how he might have felt, and he might not feel this way if he would have got to live to mature and get to this age.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I believe that's their conscience too. Yeah, I believe that's what's happening. Like you said, it's in his mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I believe that's what's going on.
So
I believe that's what it is.
So another thing that's going viral right now is Rooga and some members from like 6700, like KJ and Fonzo, been going back and forth. You seen it?
No, I didn't see it, but somebody brought it to my attention because they was like, man, I seen your son Rooga arguing with somebody on IG. So I was like, yeah, you know, I didn't see it. So he said, I screen recorded it. So I said, man, let me see it. So he showed it to me. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, they really was going at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's with KJ the God, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really know him neither, but I met him. And I met Fonzo too. So I don't know what they got going on, man, you know.
I hope they can fix it though, because I done been around. I feel like they actually had love for each other for real. Like Rooga really wanted to help KJ and them and Fonzo and them. Like I done heard them say it even when they not around. And I ain't really heard them say nothing bad about Rooga either when he wasn't around. So like when I seen that, it was kind of like, damn, this fucked up that shit was this way. And I think it's still love. Even though all that shit was said, like Rooga still said, like, I ain't gonna lie, Fonzo was to die today, I still cry. It's just, I gotta cut you off type shit.
Yeah, I mean, I know he care about Fonzo. You know, he love Fonzo. You know what I'm saying? Fonzo, he called me Pops too, but KJ the God, he cool too. He care about him. You know, but like you say, man, it's like when you get to a point that when that stuff start happening like that, you gotta cut people off.
So
you gotta cut them off because they mean you no good. You know what I'm saying? But they still got love for one another. But I don't even know what the situation. I don't even really know too much about what they got going on.
Another thing I seen, you had some words for like Charleston White, shit like that. Like, how you be feeling about like the shit he be doing? Like, is it ever times where you actually laugh at the shit he say on some like he a clown type shit or
Yeah, I always laugh at him, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, I told my cousin, man, I told her way before all this happened. I said it, like when he disrespected Ken Yeller's baby, when he said he'll smack that little, you know, call his baby a B and all that. Something wrong with that man, you know what I'm saying? I told my cousin, like, fuck Charleston White. That's what I told her, fuck Charleston White. She told me, you don't even know him. She gets mad at me, she went against me. She started snapping on me. We was about to argue, so I just had to shut up. I'm like, nah, I ain't finna even argue with you, but I told her, man. Then right after that, he came with that, calling all kind of B's. Now he talking about duck, talking about fuck duck and all this type of shit. That man got a mama too. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know, but I know what he doing. He did it already. He got in the door with that shit.
Yeah.
He a clown though.
Yeah, honestly, like, he had me tricked for a second too. Like on some, I might not agree with his tactics, but I had understood why he was doing it, and I understood what I thought his message was. But now he do shit that kind of like contradict everything he say. So it's like, all right, this is literally just a attention thing. It's a clout thing. Like it ain't no message behind this. It ain't no movement. It ain't you ain't standing. Cause I was looking at like, I don't agree with you saying fuck all these rappers and fuck this, but you standing for what you believe in. You willing to die for this shit. I respect you. Like
I mean, yeah, that's the point. But
that ain't what it is.
He gonna get himself hurt, man. That's what's gonna happen. He gonna get hurt for that.
I be wondering why like certain people don't, like they move around like untouched, and it be the people that everybody claim they hate, like 6ix9ine. I ain't seen nothing happen to him yet. Charleston White, I ain't seen nothing happen to him yet. If anything, I seen him being an aggressor in most situations, and it's like, what's really is it, I be wondering like, is it because they not running into the people who they directly disrespecting? Because you know the internet, everybody say F him, I do this, I do that, but in reality, they don't hate him for real because he ain't did it to them. So I be thinking like, is that why they be untouched? Because they not running into the actual people they disrespecting? Because I feel like, you know, this person see 6ix9ine, yeah, they don't like raps, but they not willing to throw their life away for somebody they ain't tell on them. Or
yeah, man, that's true. They ain't running to them people like you said. They ain't running to the right people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't even waste my time on Charleston White. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If I see him, I'll laugh at him. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing against him. He the police, man. He the feds, man. He gonna have your ass locked up.
Another thing with him, this is really a message to Mama Duck, because I seen her on her live talking about bloggers and this and that. I just want you to know that was not me that interviewed Charleston White asking about the OnlyFans, none of that. Like I wouldn't even did that. That was Say Cheese. I just reposted it on some blogger type shit. But yeah, I want to clear that up because I could tell, like, I'm like, I don't know if she's talking to me or Say Cheese, but we be talking to Say Cheese. He did.
I ain't gonna lie, man. When I talked to her, she showed what I told her. You know, I got an interview with 16. She was like, oh, yeah, I'll tell his ass. Yeah. I say, she on your ass, boy. Hey, I told you, but, you know, she know, man. She gonna see it. You know, I'm gonna let her know what's going on.
Yeah. Seems like she got tough skin though. Like with all the shit the disrespect she get coming her way, I still see her smiling, laughing at it, making the best out of it, or even speaking positive about like people who don't got nothing but bad shit to say about her.
Yeah, that's because she really come from a Christian family. You know, and she got a lot of good in her. See, people don't be knowing people. Yeah. They just, you know, they see, you know what I'm saying? But she really come from that cloth. She's what everybody trying to bash her and make her out to be, she's not, because you don't know her. You know what I'm saying? So she really got a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't gonna let nobody get out on her, believe that. They know about her on that internet. You know what I'm saying? She'll go there with you. You know?
That's really like, that be part of my purpose of doing the interviews, because I notice a lot of people, they judge people off of just what they see on the internet, but like with me actually meeting people, I get to see like the real, and it'd be like, all right, he really a good person. She a good person. They, you know, like, but I feel like people be so dehumanized with the internet and the drill scene. It's like a sitcom to them or something. They watch this shit, this person died, they just keep a track of the skull, like it's a show, like, but I be want to do the interview so people could see like people real personalities and understand people more. Even like understanding like people in the streets. Some people look at somebody that's in the streets and be like, oh, you stupid, why you choose that route? Not knowing they probably didn't choose that route. Like some people I feel like did, and I look at them as goofy. Honestly, like if you didn't have to and you just chose this shit, I don't really respect that. But it's other people who was kind of born into that shit. Or like, I ain't gonna say like born into it, but it's like, it be certain situations that happen and your emotions get the best of you. Like, especially if you're a kid, you might not know the best way to deal with something. So somebody do something to you, you might just know, respond.
Right.
Instead of thinking like, you know what, it ain't even worth this. It's gonna be way worse down the line. And next thing you know, boom, you in a war. And it's like, you know, everybody got different reasons or stories of how they got in the streets. And I just be wanting to like bring that to the forefront so people could see like, all right, maybe they not as stupid as you think or as dumb or just, you know, crashing out. Like, it be mistakes you made as a kid that you can't undo.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I come up with a lot of guys that wasn't in the streets, but I was into the streets, you know, at a young age. I jumped off the porch, you know what I'm saying? Like 13, you feel me? So it's like a lot of my guys and my homies that I come up with, a lot of them, they won the street. They won GD, they won Stone, but they, you know, we got a neighborhood that's called 46 Line. So they rep 46 Line, but they won GD, they won BD, they won Stone, they won none of that. They won with none of that, man. But you know, some like me, my brothers, you know, I was around that. They didn't have brothers and cousins and stuff like that was into the streets. I've been around that, man, all my life.
Yeah.
So that's the route that I took, but I didn't want my kids to take my route. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know, everybody choose and do what they want to do at some point in time, you know. Yeah, but
that's another thing you just said. It's definitely a fact. Like, it's a lot of people who don't even gang bang and in the streets, and not even like intentionally. It's sometimes just be like, this where you grew up at. These really your friends. Like, these people you knew since kindergarten.
Yeah.
But y'all neighborhoods don't get along with that neighborhood, and you guilty by association. Yeah, it'd be like, what you gonna either be prey or you gonna get with it. Like, cause you could be like, I ain't with shit, and now your own hood going on you too. And they going on you because they think you one of them. Versus, these my people, fuck them. And a lot of shit be like that. Like, I know people that real life don't claim nothing, but done died behind this shit. Or
I ain't gonna lie, I got a homie like like this my man. He always kept it with him when we was coming up as young, but he never was into the gang. But anything I get into it with anybody that's, you know, whatever, and he wasn't that type of person, he gonna rock out with me. He gonna rock out with me regardless. You know, I got a lot of guys like that, but I don't put them in that type of situation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I keep them away from that. And he willing to rock out with me, you know what I'm saying? And stood up for me and everything when I got into it with people, so that's true. Yeah.
not one more thing, but like, oh yeah, I had seen, I don't know if it was an interview you did or your own podcast, you had said something like Duck, you was on the phone with Duck like right before he passed away?
Yeah, that was an interview I did. I did an interview, and you know, we was talking all that day. Like that morning, I had FaceTime Duck. You know, I had just got to FaceTime. You know, my son Rooga always stayed on. Man, you gotta upgrade. You know, so when I called Duck that morning, Duck fell out the chair. He was like, "Oh, this nigga got an iPhone? Hell no!" You know, so he was like, "Man, cuz we playing cards tonight." So I'm like, "All right, bet. What time?" So he was like, "I gotta go downtown and get, you know, his son something for his birthday coming up on the 11th." So I was like, "All right." So we've been talking back and forth all that day. So the next time I talked to him was like 3-4 something. And we was talking, and then like he was still downtown. He never left downtown. He's still down there, but he wanted to look at me on the phone when I called him back. You know what I'm saying? He was watching, looking like this. And I'm studying like, where we gonna play it? Cause when we gonna play at my mama's house? But he never looked me into the phone. He kept turning his head. That's because he saw them niggas run across the car. He was watching whoever that was went across the car. You know what I'm saying? And then even after that, cause he was sitting in the car. So even after that, he had to get out the car. You know what I'm saying? So when I talked to him, he was just looking. You know what I'm saying? Then, like I said, about 6-7 minutes later, his mama called my phone hollering, "Oh, Leslie, you know, go check on my baby." You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, "What? You know, check on who?" She like, "Duck, they talking about they shot him." Yeah. So where we was going to play cards at, I was pulling up to there. I had to ride right past there and shoot downtown.
So, you know, when y'all was actually on the phone, how did the conversation end? Did he ever hang up or like it happened while y'all was on the phone?
No, I hung up. So it happened like right after, it had to happen after I got off the phone, like a little while, like a few minutes. So probably when he was on the phone with me, he probably stepped out when they went across the car. He stepped out the car probably because he was outside. Yeah. So that had to happen just like that. As soon as he got off the phone with me, it was like 4-something. It happened just like that. Boom. As soon as he got off the phone with me, I said, all right, cuz. When he hung up, I hung up.
Cause you know, they was basically saying like he was shopping, so I was wondering like, you know, with him being in the car and probably like seeing him already, why even get out? And like, was it to continue shopping or to defend itself or
nah, it was I believe to continue shopping. You know, they say he was waiting in line. I mean, he probably didn't even know who they was. You know what I'm saying? He ducked, man. So if he out there, he see some niggas run past his car, of course he gonna pay attention to him. You know, he gonna look. You know what I'm saying? It's just his instinct. You know what I'm saying? Because of who he is. So he gotta watch everything. You know what I'm saying? So he probably figured like them niggas ain't on none. You know what I'm saying? Because I be with y'all around, they be like, man, they ain't on nothing. They ain't on. That's probably what happened. He jumped out, got out the car, continued his shopping, go find his baby son for his birthday. So I really believe that's what happened.
So, you know, when he first passed away, it was so many rumors, like fingers were getting pointed at a lot of people. And one of the people was like his own people, like FBG. Like when that was going on, was like his family or the inside sources, like, was y'all just as confused and maybe like almost believing the rumors too? Or like, was it like
who did it?
Yeah, like when they were saying like I Cash and Young and all this back door, like was that like ridiculous to y'all? Or was it like, I don't know?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't believe, that right there, I couldn't believe Dutchy, Young, Cash. You know, I never believed nothing like that. I could never believe like they would backdoor him. I never, when people were saying that, you know, you have all type of rumors, 051, you know, Young and them, or, you know what I'm saying? I didn't believe none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't believe Young and Dutchy and Cash did that to Duck, because I know, me knowing, being around Duck, I know my cousin's feelings towards people he messed with. I know he loved Young, I know he loved Dutchy, you know what I'm saying, Cash, and they father, he look at him like a father figure, you know what I'm saying? So whatever they had going on, man, you know, Duck was dealing with it, you know what I'm saying? They had their own issues or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But Duck really had love for them, and I know they really had love for Duck, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. But yo, when I was hearing on rumors, it was kind of hard for me to believe too, just from like, especially with like Young, because like, it was certain time, well not certain times, but it was like a certain situation where like, people was trying to backdoor me. And me and Young didn't really have no relationship for real like that. It was just, we around mutual people. I'm cool with Billy, he cool with Billy. Billy got us in the same environment at this point in time. And I'm peeping what people about to do, because it's like, I read body language. I know what it means when you look at me, then you walk off and you whisper in his ear, then y'all go outside, then y'all come back in, then y'all whisper in his ear, then you go back outside, then y'all look at it. I'm like, man, these niggas trying to, and I knew what they wanted. I knew what they was trying to do, because I fucked up. I knew I fucked up as soon as I fucked up. I was talking to a guy, let somebody know something, I shouldn't let them know. And long story short, when we got to Billy crib, Young pulled me to the side and he was like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I just stopped something from happening. And he was like, basically so-and-so was about to try to do this, and they came to me first. And that's, I guess he was one of them people, when I remember I told you, I seen everybody whispering and talking, like they politicking, trying to see like, is it a green light? And he stopped it. And I knew he wasn't lying to me, because I never said this to nobody. I'm just in this crib clutching, just like waiting for it to happen. And I don't know who to talk to, because I don't know these niggas, you know these niggas, so it's like, I don't even know if I could tell you this shit.
Right.
But when he told me, and I knew I ain't tell nobody, I'm like, all right, he ain't lying, because I seen it. It kind of like made me fuck with him more, because he had no reason to stop it. like it didn't benefit him to stop it. And if it would have happened, it wouldn't have fell back on him either. And I'm like, I don't get no backdoor vibe because he could have let them do that.
Yeah, he could have easily did it, but I don't get a backdoor vibe from him neither. But like I said, I didn't believe they had nothing to do with it. But the only thing is, like that video that Cash made, that song he made when he said something about you want to hire his Duck or Jermaine.
Oh yeah, I think I asked him about that. I ain't get it.
So yeah, but I called Cash on that. I had Cash number. You feel me? So I called Cash, and I asked him like, "What's to that video? What's to that?" He, "Oh no, Unc." He used to call me Unc. I'm like, Cash, that didn't sound right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then he was like, man, you on that too? I'm like, no, I'm just trying to get, I'm calling you. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling you first. Then he was like, no, it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Then his father wound up calling me. And he was like, Les, no, man, my son, man, ain't, like that. But no, man, I ain't gonna lie. I really got love for them, but it was just, like I said, Duck was the center. You know what I'm saying? Then he got his family and he got his guys, and it's just, he kept everything peaceful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just really feel like they didn't have nothing to do with my cousin. I know they didn't. It ain't no other way. I know they had nothing to do with Duck, period.
When he said that line, I'm not sure if I asked him about it in an interview or I seen him talk about it. I can't remember, but like, don't quote me because I might be wrong, but like, I think like at the time, a lot of people was on his heels coming for him. And he basically was on some, they mad because they can't, even though that's his homie, like trying to like hurt whoever trying to fuck up his name type shit. Like, it was shit like that, like they mad because they can't bring him back, so they want to blame me. But it's like the word and ain't really, it ain't sound good because they already looking at you that way type shit.
Yeah, and then like I say, everybody grieve differently, man.
Yeah. You
can't judge nobody because everybody grieve differently. So, Cash grieved in a different way, you feel me? Young, Dutchy, they had different love for Duck than everybody else, than his family and all that. So I know they love Duck, but like you say, we can't judge that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I had noticed you had mentioned 4-6 line. Like, is it a difference between that and THF or 4-4?
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about no 4-4. You know what I'm saying? Like, where I come up on 47, 4-6, you know what I'm saying? Born and raised, you know what I'm saying? That 4-4 came from some clicking with the, I guess the snakes over there on Princeton or something.
Yeah.
But it's a big difference. THF, that's this new era, you know what I'm saying? And I don't knock them, you know what I'm saying? But where I come up at, we come up under unity, like, you know what I'm saying? They got their guidelines, but whatever, we was like a neighborhood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like 4-6 line, you know what I'm saying? And that's really where it all started from, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't knock what they doing. They 4-6, but they just THF. My nephew was THF. Raheem, he actually was 4-6 though,
Yeah.
He was THF. That's some trigger happy families. That's that new era, man. I don't.
Do you feel like clicking usually like end up being bad? Cause like how I look at it, like when people click up, it might be love, like it's love from both ends, but the minute one person have a disagreement with another person from that other block and shit go too far, it's like always a war. It's saying like I see a lot of people that click up and they end up getting into it because you gonna have it's like you got love for them, but your loyalty gonna be your real block. And
your real, your hood. When I was coming up, we didn't click. Back in the days, we ain't click up like that with people. That's this new era shit, man. They clicking up with all these sets. If you notice how everybody clicked up on different sets, and they rocking with each other because they're in tour with the same people.
Yeah.
So they all clicking up. Well, 46 clicked up with so many people now, man. They clicked up with a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like from different eras and different sets. And I don't judge nobody for what they doing, but we didn't come up like that. We weren't clicking with nobody. Some of the people that they clicked up now with from 46, we weren't clicking up with them. We didn't click up with them.
For sure.
But they clicking up with them now.
So you know what you been from 46 and shit, like technically Rooga like your op, huh? Right, look
Man,
like
look,
46 eyes.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, a lot about my cousins, my kids, Rooga, they all know they know what's going on with the 6. They know that's where I'm from. They know like, man, that's where my pops from. That's where I'm born and raised at, you feel me? But I guess you could say like, they'd never say that to me like I'm they op or this and that, but they be getting on my ass though. Hey, a lot sometimes they be messing me with that like, you know, big 4-6, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's funny though, man. Hell no, man. Hell no, man.
So you know, how is that like with cause I seen you say you had a relationship with Zoo too. And
Oh yeah. I got a big relationship with Zoo, you know what I'm saying? That's my man, you know what I'm saying? Zoo thorough, man, he 100, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna keep it real with you, he gonna let you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, him and Duck, they see each other in the streets, they want no blood, no beef, no none of that. And that's on the strength. Like, I done brought them together before. You know, way before all this war that's kicking off, I done brought them together like Duck, Brick, a lot of them, I done took them over on the 6 to meet with Zoo and them. You know what I'm saying? Way before Zoo and them started branching off, clicking up with 600, clicking up with OTL. You know what I'm saying? Before all that happened, you know, I seen stuff finna happen. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't want them to really get into it with my family. You know what I'm saying? But they know who my family is. So Zoo not really into it. Zoo not into it with my family. You know what I'm saying? Like he keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know Zoo. That's it's my man. You know.
so how do people deal with it like when people dislike? Cause ain't it like family or something in between that too? Like I forget. Like I know Raheem. You say that's
it's family in between that. Like, you know, like I say, like we come from 46, my family.
Yeah.
Duck, all of them know about, they've been knowing about 46 all their life. Duck, mama, you know what I'm saying? Duck, all of them, we come from 47. We from down there, you know what I'm saying? My family, everybody know that we come from that cloth right there. That's where we come from. Like a lot of them guys, they not even from over there, man. They not from down there. Like it's family, it's connected. Raheem's father, which is my little cousin, you know what I'm saying? Blood cousin. It's Walt. They call him Walt Diller. He was out there, he's 46, he got killed in 05 by the police, you know what I'm saying? And he got 2 sons, like Raheem, deceased, my nephew got killed, and I got another nephew, but he not, you know what I'm saying, off into the streets like that, you know what I'm saying? That's my cousin's younger son.
So did you make it to that funeral for Raheem?
Yeah, I was there. Actually, a year before Raheem, my son's scrap funeral was on 46.
Oh yeah.
That's where my son left from, at the church on 46. So that day it was helicopters, it was polices all around, like sitting in black trucks. And at this time, that's where I'm from. And that pastor of that church raised me, watched me grow up on 46 and Greenwood. So of course, that's where I'm gonna have my son's funeral at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's where I had it at. And some of my son's guys was like, "Pops, are you sure we straight going over there on over there?" I said, "Yeah, y'all good." You know what I'm saying? And at this point, couldn't nobody don't play with me about my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know what I was going through on the inside, like, and they respected that. They didn't play, you know how people, they'll come shoot up funerals? Like, no, they was calling my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Ike, you know, the money riding through, this and that. I don't care about that, bro. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My son fuck with the money. They fuck with each other, so I can't control that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never disrespect y'all. He knew a lot of y'all from the 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, don't come over here, man. They want to come show their respects to Scrap. That's all that was. They wanted to show their respect. So, like you say, getting to that, the next year, Raheem, he was at the firm, Scrap firm. You know, that's his cousin, blood. You know what I'm saying? But he was, you know, and the next year, we at there, and then Duck posted on, quite sure you saw it, he put up a post on Twitter or something, saying I'm coming to my cousin's funeral.
I ain't see the post, but I did hear
he came. So I was there. When I was there before Duck pulled up. So when Duck pulled up, he pulled up in the van, him and some of my sons and cousins or whatever, and yeah, he hopped out, went in. They looking, everybody looking, you know, mouth open, you know, they looking. But same thing, didn't nothing happen, you feel me? And a lot of them, they respect, you know, like a lot of them respect me because I'm gonna keep it real. Like, you know, as some of them, they don't respect older guys. Like, I respect them. I respect a lot of them. And I know what they going through, you feel me? So you got to give respect to earn respect. So a lot of them respect what was going on and know that was Raheem's family. They didn't try to push. It almost went there. I'm gonna keep it real. It almost went there. When I stepped out the door, my nephew, my cousin Doug, they was arguing with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I remember Lil Gino, because Lil Gino from 4-6, you heard about him.
Yeah.
That's family too, because that's Raheem's blood cousin on his mama's side. So he was standing right there, and one of the other little guys from the 6. So when I stepped out, I'm like, what's going on? So I hear Duck, he was finna go there, and I was, Duck, hold on. I shut Duck down real quick, because it was almost going there. So when I shut him down, I pulled a couple of them to the side, and then one of the little homies was like, Les, you know we there for you, bro. You know we whatever for you, bro. We ain't finna do this with your family, bro. You know how we gonna get down for you. And that's the truth, you know what I'm saying? And I just pulled them to the side and I told them, y'all know this is my family, bro. And they know that. So it was somebody right there. I wanna say I really believe it was Crack, cause just how he talked. I really believe it was him, cause he was talking like he was, and didn't really know who was who. You feel me? So I'm saying that was probably him. So when I took him around the corner, you know, I told him like, can't happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he said something. I told him, I don't even know who was this. And I really believe it was Crack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, well, he's saying he wasn't there. He was locked up or something I heard. I don't know. It was one of them. So whoever looking, you watching this video, you know what I'm talking about. So it was one of y'all that was gapping off at the mouth, don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got shut down, man. Y'all got shut down, man. Y'all not finna do this at neither one of my people's funeral, bro.
So did you make it to Dusky funeral too?
Yeah.
How was that situation? Cause I heard like that shit was kind of hectic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that was I don't know, man. Like when I got there, I went up there. I saw my son. He made his speech. Rube, you know, that was his heart. You know what I'm saying? Dusky was really like that was his brother. You know what I'm saying? So he said his speech or whatever. I can't just be standing in no funerals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I just stepped out for a minute. I went outside. So when I went outside, I'm standing on front with everybody else. You know, so I'm standing out there and I'm talking to a couple of, you know, I call them my sons, you know what I'm saying? A few of the scrap gang little members or whatever. So I'm standing out there and we talking. And something told me, I just went back in because it didn't feel right to me, you know what I'm saying? So I go back in, as I go back in, it's really about to end, you know what I'm saying? So I see Fat Boy pushing my grandson, which is Rooga's son. I see my wife, Rooga mom, walking with him. You know, they all walking out when I come up. So as they walking out, we hear the shots. I hear shots. Like, it looked like, it sounded like it was right there, man, like niggas was coming in the door. So I instantly threw my wife, my son, mama in the washroom, like pushed her in the washroom. Fat Boy picked my grandbaby up and went in another room, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where, I think Rue and my other son walked outside to walk one of my other sons to the car. They walked out to the car with him. They was outside actually. Rue was out there and a couple of more of my sons. So I pushed my wife in the washroom, and so I pushing her like in a man's washroom. Fat Shorty coming out the washroom. As Fat Shorty coming out the washroom, he like, man, what the fuck is that? But he coming out as, you know, and he run out the door. But my cousin, Mama Duck, Shane and them, and her daughter went downstairs. So when I heard the shots, I'm like, hold on, where my cousin them at? So now I break down the stairs, you know what I'm saying? So when I get down there, she getting off the ground, her and my cousin. So they come back in the building. So when they come back in the building, you know what I'm saying? These people locking the church up. They scared, you know what I'm saying? So now as they come in the building, they bring people in, laying on the ground, they all on the floor, like 6 people got shot. Yeah. So now the shots ring off again. Like they was coming in that motherfucker, man. Like they was coming in there. So I'm like, damn. So now they bringing more people in, laying them on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was crazy. That was a crazy experience. I never been in nothing like that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, I ain't even realize as many people got hit because everybody just talk about the Wooski. Maybe that's because the name that everybody knew at the time. Or maybe because he probably, because ain't nobody passed from that situation, right?
Nobody passed. Nobody passed, but I think he took the worst shot when he got to the head. But I ain't gonna lie, like, he really was the one, like, I think, like, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I saw Fat Shorty go out the door, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I know Wooski supposedly, you know, was the one running up on her ass, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know what I'm saying? But he wound up taking the worst of it. But once I saw Wooski do like this across his head, you know, he was laying on the ground, and I saw him do this with his hand, I said, oh, he good.
Also, he was still conscious.
He was still conscious. He wiped the blood off his face. I seen him do it. So when I saw that, I said, oh, you know, just got to pray for him, but I believe he gonna be all right. You know, he was still alert. Yeah.
From what I heard, I don't know if it's a fact, but they were saying like the surgery might have did more damage than, or the healing, you know, probably did more damage than the actual situation. Maybe trying to move shit around or whatever, or swelling or some shit like that.
And I don't know, but to me, I mean, he probably, I don't see Wooski no different.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't never known him before.
I don't. He always, to me, he always laugh, he joke. To me, the same way. Like if I see Wooski, he laugh and he'll joke, you know, ducking them. I don't see him being no different. Like, it probably did do a little damage to him, but I don't think it did that much damage to him. He still got his sense.
For sure.
He know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? He just, how he moving now. They done all lost a lot, man. Like, it's crazy how, it's crazy, man. They got trauma going on.
I seen a live with you and J-Man, and I couldn't tell like if y'all was trolling or like if the combo was like serious between y'all.
Nah, man, I just had to get on his bumpers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I won, you know, they called me on that. They like, Pops, what's up? You and J-Man see us or what? I said, yeah, I just had to check his ass. You know what I'm saying? But J-Man cool, that's my man. I love J-Man. I ain't gonna lie, like, I mess with them, but at the end of the day, stop doing that, bro, because this shit is serious. You know, like, that's why I had to get on top of them. Like, if you know, like you say, we can't judge nobody for how they coming with their piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he coming, you know, that's his way. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, it's not a game. It's serious, man. Like, you coming, and my only thing is you putting on an OTF chain, bro. You put on an OTF chain, man, but that's your way of showing, you know, but I just was like, man, you know, but no, I wasn't trolling him. You know, I wasn't trolling Jay, man. I just had to let him know. Then we got on there another time, I think. And I don't know which time you talking about, but this time, he was talking about, yeah, you know, he messing with Yellow or something, this and that, and I'm shit. You know, something about shit, maybe you garbage. You know,
Yeah,
that's what I told his ass. Yeah, maybe you garbage. You know what I'm saying? That's why he won't fuck with you or some shit, but yeah, man. Yeah, everybody started questioning me about that.
Yeah, I couldn't tell it was for real because he be playing so much, you never know. Like, I was like, I don't know if they call each other like, all right, let's do this online, and because I seen people like it looked like people was feeding into it. Like I see Billionaire Black on live, and I'm like, man, they gotta be trolling, man. Like,
I don't know nothing about Billionaire Black and him, but I wasn't trolling him like on real. I kept it real, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man, but he cool, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I mess with all of them. Billy, King, Yella, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mess with them all. I know them, I've been around them, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody that mess with my little cousin, like, basically I really like, they know me, they know who Les is, you feel me? A duck gonna make that known, you feel me?
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Even I done had words with you that day at the show, and I ain't know who you was. I just know I ain't like how you had came at me, and I think it was a Rooga show, and you know with the entourage and shit. And only car I had knew was like whatever cars that I knew. I ain't know all these other cars, so I'm trying to turn and get in there, and I seen people blocking me, and I don't know who these people blocking me, so I'm still going. And I remember going to the club, you said something crazy to me, like something about staying in the cameraman place. Who the fuck? And then somebody pulled me to the side, like, nah, man, that's Pops, man.
Oh, shit.
I ain't know.
No, I ain't mean no harm. I'm just gonna keep it real, man. Like, I ain't mean no harm, bro. But I really did personal protection security, bro. I did that for Kells, bro. Like, I was with that nigga from state to state. You know what I'm saying? And like how I really move, like, they don't, you saw it, man. Like, I was on everything, you know what I'm saying? And then I got my son his own security. Yeah, so whatever I say, they gonna be on top of that because they got to, because I'm on top of that. So if I see something I don't like, I'm on top of it, bro. Like for my son, hell yeah. Like he know that.
That's why he mad. Once I knew, like, once they told me who he was, I'm like,
but I didn't mean, you know, I came to you too and be like, you know, we locked in after that. I talk shit to you, shake up with you and everything, fuck with you and all that. But at the end of the day, man, that's how this shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the industry and the way my son is set up, the drill shit is different than some R. Kelly shit.
Yeah.
Even though he had people that wanted to get down on his ass, you know what I'm saying? But not like how they get down on Rooga, how they got down on my cousin Duck, you know what I'm saying? But I saw that car, I peeped the car, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I apologize, man, if I made you feel some type of way. I'm gonna apologize on camera, man.
Love, appreciate it. This how once I found out, like, cause I'm thinking like you just a random, I don't know who the fuck. No. But like once they told me, I'm like, all right, I get it. Like he probably just like, all right, you tweaking. But I'm like, I don't know who the fuck.
I ain't random, man. That's what people think, like, you know, that's just a random nigga. No, I'm not a random one. I'm the one that's really like trying to, you know, and then not just my son. I don't just, you know, I do it for my son, but at the end of the day, I do it for all us, bro. I want all us to get up out of there. Everybody got to get up out of there safe. I want to make sure you straight, his cameramans, the entourage, you know what I'm saying? We got to make sure everybody get up out there, out of there at the same time at the end of the day.
Speaking of his security, I don't know where y'all found that nigga That nigga remind me of like a black Terminator or something. Like, I ain't never looked at a nigga and feel like he looked like he bulletproof or something, bro.
I'm telling you, man, that man,
man look deadly, man.
Hey, we met him, right? So it's so funny, right? How we met. We did that's when Moneybagg Yo was here, like a few years right before the GD anthem and all that. I think he was at some park in the Burbs. He had a concert. And one of my guys, which is Lero from Lawless Inc., he the one who hooked my son up with the security. It was like 3 Muslim brothers, and it was him. So what happened was, you know, like I say, I fuck with the industry. So my homie that's in control of the lights, of the lightings, he do a lot of tours. So he got the lighting and all that under control, you know what I'm saying? So when I get there, he already there. So first thing he do, you know, he Les, you good? He see us come in. So when we come in, I just met T, that's his name, we call him, they gave him a name called 3 Guns.
Yeah.
So my man was like, Les, you good? You know, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But something wind up happening, whatever. So 3 Guns peeped the shit. So he like, he whispered in Rooga's ear like, you good. And he pulled his jacket open on both sides. And my son was like, damn, what the fuck? When he saw that, he like, oh shit, we good. So what happened was, his cousin is my friend on Facebook. So I posted that picture of them walking, when they walking, and you probably seen it on the internet.
Yeah.
I got a picture of them walking. And she say, Les, you know my cousin or something? And we, you know, come from 47 together. So I hit up like, you know him? And she like, yeah, that's my cousin. He actually stayed on the same floor. His grandmama stayed on the same floor in the building where I lived, one of the buildings I lived in on 47. So she was like, that's my cousin. You know, his mama stayed on y'all floor, next door to me. So I'm like, can you call him and get in touch with him? Because I want him to do security for my son. So she said, yeah. So he really locked in. So we met up, talked to him and everything. And, you know, Rooga wasn't really in budget like that. So he was like, I got y'all, I'm gonna work with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So he started coming out, man, and he locked in. He brought his brother in too. You met his brother?
I ain't meet him.
He came out. He came out to the show with us too. Boy, they Terminators for real,
when he
bro.
Popped this trunk. Boy, they
Terminators for real. You saw how he popped his trunk?
Yeah.
Man, that man cold, man.
I done heard stories about him where it been a shooting in an area around Rooga crib, had nothing to do with none of them. The man's going towards the shooting, securing the perimeter and shit. I'm like, damn, this. Yeah,
man, that man a Terminator. Like, hey, like for real, like, I don't know if you noticed, did you go to the show with us in Iowa?
Nah.
We had a show in Iowa, right? I had this other security. I know you watching, Marquise. He got his thing called 2-arm security, right? And he he's doing big things now. He bodyguarding a Boosie, 50 Cent. He got his own security thing. He stay in Minnesota. So he come out, you know, he's security too. So he like family to us. You probably seen him around us. And he light-skinned, a big light-skinned guy. So he come out with us and shit. So he come to Iowa. So my thing is, I take this serious because like I say, I did personal protection. So he on the stage with my son, right? I don't mean to put you out there, man, but I done taught you a lot. I done told you a lot. You're doing good. Man, I turn around, I'm on stage, his other partner that he brought with him, he cool, he was on point. He down there like, he on point. Man, why my man, I put him on the stage with my son. So I'm down there all the time, I'm watching him. You know, that's how I was taught to do security. To watch security, to watch, you know, what's going on. So when I turn around and watch him, this nigga on the stage bouncing with my son. He on the stage with his gun out. I didn't say nothing to him right there, but I was like, okay, cool. So we get outside and we get to another location. And you know, Fat A, before he became a rapper, he wanted to be security, right?
He's telling
so he doing his thing, so I had to tell him, either you gonna be security, or you gonna be a rapper, man. What you gonna do? Cause he was on the same thing, you know, Fede young, right?
Yeah.
So when I, like Marquise, the guy Marquise I'm talking about, so I'm finna tell him. So as I'm finna tell him what's going on, Fede stepped in. Fede said, no, Pops, I got this. Fede went to he said, man, look, either you gonna be secure or you gonna be a rapper, man. You can't do both, man. So ever since then, you know, Marquise cool, he get a lot of information from me. He be shouting me out on his look. He do podcasts and stuff like that. He be going doing interviews. And he got a lot of love. I showed him a lot. Like, you just got to, you know, you got to grow in this. You know, whatever you do, you got to grow in it. You feel me? So he got it now. He know that you can't be on the stage. He not doing that with Boosie and them now. He not gonna do that with 50 Cent. Your ass would have been gone. You feel what I'm saying? So I showed you something. Now you know. You can't be on the stage bouncing with the rappers with your gun out. And hell no, man. Your ass ain't gonna last, man.
So.
Yeah.
So how is it, you know, being a parent and, you know, having the kids you had and dealing with, you know, what they gotta go through?
Man, it was, you know, when they young, man, it's cool growing up. When they young, they growing up, you know, least worries. You ain't got no worries until they start getting off into the streets, you know. But me and they mama, we wasn't seeing it because they was young. But once they started like getting into the teenage years and stuff like that, we still want, it's a lot of stuff I didn't see. You know what I'm saying? But man, it get hard because now we gotta run up to schools. We gotta worry about them in them streets, you know, and then to not only that is like my son Brian, you know, Scrap. He was the youngest out of all my sons. And man, it's rough, man. It's like I want to protect them, you know, as much as I could. You know what I'm saying? And it's like certain neighborhoods, once they start getting into the streets, it's like certain neighborhoods we couldn't even move to, man. We couldn't move over here. Like if my wife say, I'm going to look at an apartment over here, you know, we can't go over there. You know, you can't get no crib over there. And, you know, we got our sons that's with them over here, and then you move them over there, you know, it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we had, you know, with my wife, we had 5 sons at home. And Scrap was the youngest. And, you know, like I say, my wife did her best. She did everything she could, you know, in raising her kids, and she raised them well, you know what I'm saying? I got other sons outside of that, you know, and all my sons, mothers raised them well, you know what I'm saying? And I always been there with them to try to, you know, be a father to my kids, which I've been in their life, you know what I'm saying? But it's rough when they start going to jail, you know what I'm saying? They acting up in school, you gotta go up to the schools, and, you know, but it's life, it's part of life. Some kids get it and some kids don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I say, my son Scrap was the youngest, and to me, I think he was the worstest one out of all my sons. Like, when he jumped off that porch, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
He was like I say, man, like, I talk about this on my stories. You know, I think all these guys is good kids, you know what I'm saying? But I think the internet portrayed them to be something that they really not. I think that's what's going on. Because that's really where all this beef really coming from, the internet, you know? And my son Scrap, it's like he got into issues, and my cousin Brick spoke on this with Zach TV, and Brick told me this before he died. And he said, Les, he said, cuz, I told Zach TV how that war really kicked off with us and 600 and them. And he said he didn't put that part out, but he said that war really kicked off with my son Scrap. with 600 and all them. That's how it really kicked off. You know what I'm saying? So I was there. I saw all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I said, this would probably Tay got everything mixed up at is when my son got into a bite down from 600. And they had a fight, so he come in the house. And when he come in the house, he had a little scar on his face. So I said, what's wrong with you? I was about to leave. Yo, man, I just got into a bite down, and at the center, they used to play ball on 62nd and Wabash. So I say, what? So I said, what Machiavelli was that? Now, Machiavelli 600. Now, this my son homie, supposed to be his homie. Yeah. Like, best friend, like they supposed to be, you know. And I said, well, yeah, he across the street. So I go across the street, and there's a bunch of them over there. Tay probably was over there. So when I went over there, I said to them, I said to Machiavelli, what happened, Machiavelli? You let them try to jump on Brian? He, oh no, Pops, wasn't nothing I can do. But Brian at 14, when you went to the same school he went to, Carter. You used to hang with Brian. You slept in my house. You hung with Brian. So when y'all all in the hallway, you weren't even hanging with 600 like that. So he hear you upstairs on the 3rd floor. They getting at you. You know what I'm saying? He run all the way upstairs. He telling people, man, look, if y'all touch him, y'all gotta touch me, man. You feel me? So he stood on that. But, you know, that's just what happened, man. You know, we can't control what our kids do. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, man.
Do you remember like a specific moment where like you woke up and you realized like what your sons was into? Like, do you remember like when you seen that Scrap was in the streets, or when you seen Rooga got into the shit, or your other sons, if they end up getting into it too?
I ain't gonna lie. They didn't let me or their mama see that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. I saw something one day. I looked out the window one day. You know, I used to be low key on top of them, try to, you know, but it's hard. You got all them sons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they all different personalities. So I seen something one day. I been nosy, a parent. You know what I'm saying? And they think they be knowing what they be doing, but I'm from the streets, so you can't really, you know, I'm paying attention to everything. So I noticed, you know, one time they did something, they went outside and, you know, and they don't know and I don't know, you know, and I look out the window and I see them showing somebody something. I don't know if they don't know if I saw it, but yeah, I saw it, man. I saw it, man. So I never really said nothing to him about it. You know what I'm saying? So I saw it, man, and then like, we out to my auntie crib one day, and I ain't gonna lie, we got a call. Police raiding our crib, man. Yeah. So I shoot back all the way from Joliet to the crib. So when I get to the crib, man, they ramshacked our crib, man. Damn, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? And they got my son in handcuffs, man. They got Rooga in handcuffs. So that was his first time going to the joint, man. You know?
What they was doing, like an investigation or like a warrant or something?
It was a raid.
Oh yeah.
It was a raid. They raided the crib. Yeah. They raided the crib.
So you know, when Scrap had got charged like the murder situation, how was that like especially like was he able to like come home on bond and fight it, or was he locked up fighting?
No, man, my son was locked up for 5 months. He was in the audio on juvenile detention. He was locked up for 5 months. So what happened was they, you know, they sat outside our crib. Like 3:30 in the morning, they knocking on our window. They knocking on the door. You know what I'm saying? I get up, go to the door. I'm like, you know, what going on? Who y'all looking for? They like, Brian Weekly stay here. I'm like, who? You know, so I'm like, I don't know, man. What's y'all finna? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? We need to speak to him. I'm like, is he under arrest? Hey, no, he's not under arrest. You know. So you know, they come in. You know, so I go get him. You know, I find him in the room. You know, I'm Brian. You know, he in the bed. You know, I'm like, Brian. So he jump up. I'm like, man, police here, son. You know, he what? You know what I'm saying? So I tell him, don't say shit to him, man. You ain't got nothing to talk to them about. I turn around, that motherfucker behind my ear, police. You know what I'm saying? He all over my ear, he like this. You know, I'm like, damn, man, bag up. What are you doing? You know, so yeah, they grabbed my son, but then they took him and we went down to the station or whatever, you know. And they the next day, I think they charged him. So they charged him, and he was locked up in juvenile for, you know, 5 months. And I was there every court date. His mama was there every court date. I was at every visit, and you know, his mama, I wasn't even working. I stopped working. His mama, she was, you know, I had to go to work sometimes. You know, you know, and I was at every court. That did something to me, like, damn, my son, and then, you know. So I'm like, man, you know, thank God we got a lawyer that wasn't so high, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, he looked out for us, you know what I'm saying? And that was something new for us, you know what I'm saying? Like that I just see what parents go through, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's rough, like to even lose your child and then to even go through something where they locked up for something like that. But like the guards told us in there, they say, we don't get kids' parents coming in here like y'all coming here. It'd be a lot of kids' grandparents coming in there for them. Or some kids don't have their parents coming in there for them. Them guards really was like, y'all really coming here for y'all child. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know, I'm coming for mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming. So he sat in there 5 months, you know what I'm saying, 3-day trial. And shit, he beat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he beat it. He walked away.
Do you remember like what his mental state was like being so young, dealing with some shit like that?
Man, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. My son, man, was you know, they don't call him, like, you know, not to brag and all that, because the young guy, Steve or whatever, I don't wish that on nobody. You know what I'm saying? And my son, you know, God rest both of their souls. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I remember like he was sitting there, like in chairs, you know, in courtroom, and you know, he just scrapped. You know what I'm saying? It's like that was new for him, man. He never been like locked up. He a kid. My son was 14, bro. He was 14 years old, bro. And it's like going in there at a young age, ain't nothing you can do. I mean, that's when anybody going to jail. I've never been, thank God. You know, but at the end of the day, like at 14, you got a lot of kids that's locked up in the juvenile facility. They got parents that ain't even there for them. They ain't got nobody there for them. You know what I'm saying? So we give our son hope by coming to visits, coming to see him. A lot of kids don't got that. So I seen him. He held it up. So getting in there, and now he say, oh, I'm in here a month now. Now I'm here 2 months. Yeah. So now it's like he in that bitch, Cheston got bucked out, and now he in there, and now the guards, you know, because they used to let you come to like Christmas stuff, visit them with Christmas, Thanksgiving, you eat with them and stuff like that, because they juveniles. So they let us come in and chill with them. So at this point, he in there, he not bragging, but he in there like really running that little pod he was in. He like in there like really, no, they not messing with him. So the guards come to me one time and they like, can we talk to you? So I'm like, yeah, you can talk to me. So he like, yeah, you know, these kids, they don't really listen. You know, they about to fight and this and that, and you know, if Weekly stand up and say one thing, they sit down. We just want to know if he can do that. We want to get your permission. If your son can do that, if we have altercations, if we have situations in here. I told her, hell no, man. That ain't his job. That's y'all job, man. My son not finna, he already fighting for his life. Everything that go on in this pod where he at is documented. They put that down. Yeah. That's got to go to the judge. So you want my son to be labeled as a gang chief at 14 years old because he could stand up and tell these little guys to do something and y'all can't do it? Y'all got a problem, man. That's not his problem. I told him no. My son just like, it's like he had to just stand up in there. Like he had to be like, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But he held it up. He held it up. But I know probably it did mess with his, I know it do. If them kids locked up like that, yeah. It mess with their mental. Like they got some, it's too much going on. You know what I'm saying? And sure. Sometimes they be probably needing counseling.
I had seen, I think, yeah, it was Muda. He had some words to say about Duck in a song, and with him being from 4'6", like, what was your take on that?
Oh yeah, when I saw that, as a matter of fact, I got a text from Duck's sister, my little cousin. She hit me up and she said, "Fave, you see this or something?" And was telling me about it. So I'm like, no, I'm just sitting on my couch at home. So I peep it out, you know. So then I know I got his number, I got his phone number. So I'm really a direct person. I'm not gonna do too much, you know what I'm saying? So I hit him up and I called him. So he answered, he picked up. So I'm like, damn, what's going on with you? You know, no, matter of fact, he didn't answer. I say, call me. So he called my phone back. So when he called my phone back, I'm like, what's going on, Muda? You know, tell me this ain't you really saying this, bro. He, oh, what you talking about, Ike? What you talking about? I'm like, man, you just said something about smoking duck or some shit like that in one of your songs. He, oh, no, man. You know, I don't know if he was just really trying to, I don't know what he was trolling or whatever, but when I'm talking to him, he in the car, oh, play that back, let me hear it. So it's like you can hear the giggles, the chuckles or whatever. Like I took that personal, like, nigga, you tripping right now. I watch you grow up, I know your whole family. You know me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same person your mama hit up when you was in the feds. Talking about Muda wants you to come to court for him. I'm that person, bro. I'm less. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanted me to come to court for you, bro. On your behalf. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know where I got put in with that at anyway. I'm not coming to no court for no feds. I'm not coming down there for what? You know what I'm saying? So, no, bro. I really felt like that was really disrespectful for what you did, and you know that's Raheem family. You know what I'm saying? You do something like that, you out your body, bro. And I just really ain't never said nothing about it. When I talked to you, you tried it like it was funny or something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you really clout chasing or you really think that Dirk was gonna pick you up or something and you was gonna get a deal. You know what I'm saying? Dirk ain't messing with you, man.
How old is he though?
Who?
Muda.
He got to be about 27.
Oh, yes.
He close to Duck. He like, yeah, because my son Scrap like 26. So Muda, I think he like a couple of years older than Brian. He probably about 27, 28. He's somewhere around in there. He in his 20s, 27, I'm gonna say 27. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't gonna, I thought he was younger than that. Cause I was about to say, you know, sometimes it be like a lot of shorties just don't be having respect for real, like just.
No, he 27. He 20. He know better. He know me. Like I said, his mama called me, talking about Muda wants you to come to court for him. But I was on the road with Kels there. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't come to court for him. But I wasn't finna go up in no Fed building.
So I had did an interview with Rooga some years ago. This was our first interview, and he had mentioned having a brother that he believed was killed by the people in like the jail system. Like, was that one of your sons too?
Yeah, my son Mike.
So what was the story behind that? Like, what was the reason that he was saying that they killed him? Like,
man, I still don't know, man. We I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what happened with that, man. Like,
they didn't give y'all no type of.
No, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. His mama, she ain't said nothing to me about it. I don't know. All I know is like when I got off the road and I got a call, and you know, I heard about what happened to my son, and you know, actually you got to pay to get your son back from a place out there deceased. You know, you got to pay your money and this and that. So we had to, you know, pay some money to get my son back. I don't know what happened. They talking about natural. He died of natural, you know. Some, I don't know. But
you know, a lot of that situation saying kind of like iffy, like fishy.
But yeah, down there in that penitentiary, Menard, there's a lot of people down there that's dying off heart attacks, but I really do believe them people killing them down there.
I just seen a video, like they put somebody in a freezer as a punishment.
Yeah, they killing people down there in Menard. I know, not just my son, I know a few people that I know that one of them, a younger guy, I know his mama, his daddy, and a guy that's older than me, like my big brother. They say he died of a heart attack. You know, they doing something to them down there. You know what I'm saying? And people just got to stand on top of them and get together and not give up and fight, you know?
So, you know, before we close out, is there anything else you want to get off your chest? Any messages, shout outs, anything else you want to let people know?
Yeah, I just want to give a message to the younger generation. We need to come together, man. All this beefing, bickering, all this YouTube, internet beef, it needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna never get peace, or we not gonna never get no type of nothing if we don't come together, man. You know, y'all out here killing each other. Y'all out here doing all this telling on each other, man. You know, y'all doing too much, man, and y'all don't see it. Y'all don't know what y'all really doing. Every other city can get along but the guys in Chicago. Why y'all can't get along, man? Why y'all can't come together? Chief Keef, Lil Durk, Rooga, G Herbo. Y'all don't know what y'all can do for y'all city and how many kids are in y'all city that y'all can help together. Y'all need to stop all this, man, and y'all need to come together, man, you know, and y'all can get money, man. And I want to just shout out, go tune in to my Man Stop It podcast, Big Les Man Stop It podcast on YouTube, and tune in with me and come sit down with me at the table, man, and let's talk, man, let's talk.
So that's your merch right there that you got on?
Yeah,
right?
you know, I'm trying to create something on some merch side, you know, Man Stop It. You know, this just a hoodie, but I'm gonna have something coming, man. It's all gotta come together, that's it, you know?
So, appreciate you for, you know, coming on 16 Shot on Visualz, giving me your time, give me a good interview, man. Hopefully we got more in the future. You know, I'm gonna come on your podcast too. I'm gonna rock out some,
so.
Let people know how to get up with you on social media.
You can get up with me on Facebook, Leslie Weekly. You can get up on me with, I just Got a Man Stop It IG Man Stop It podcast. Or you can get up on me. I got another one, Weekly L. You can get up with me. That's it.
For sure. Let everybody know who got up with you for the interview.
Man, I want to send a shout out to my man, 16 shot him. I appreciate you, man. It was well overdue. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with you, man. Like, you like one of the number one. You number one out here, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. I'm rocking with you, man. You got it going on, bro. Keep pushing. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep staying solid. Keep staying. Don't pick no sides, man. Keep doing what you're doing, 16.
For sure. Love, man.
Love.